Welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Well, good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Thursday. Yes, we have made it, y'all. Happy Thursday. Welcome to our Plus Community Connection. I am hosting to this morning, Ms. Morningstar. DJ Kitty had some last minute obligations she needed to clear up, so I am available and the show must go on. So welcome in. I hope everybody is doing well this morning. And I hope everybody's gotten their coffee, has some breakfast, did your stretches or whatever it is you do in the morning, looked in the mirror and told yourself how fine you were and that everything was going to be good today. And I hope you had your water because DJ Hitty believe in drinking that water. And I do too because water is good for you. So make sure you have 16 ounces of water. Get that down in the morning. As she always says, first thing in the morning, have it by your nightstand. Whatever you need to remind yourself to get that water intake in. It is important. So you guys, welcome in. Welcome to the show. I am hosting and glad to have you guys here. We are going to make today a great day. It is Friday Eve. Y'all know I believe in Thursday is Friday Eve. Today we are doing what is value identity model. We have our brothers in the building. I see them down there. What's up, y'all? Hey, they have joined. Yes, thank you for being here. So we got my brothers in the building. I'm gonna pull them up probably right after the commercial or right after the commercial. So we'll get them on stage, and after I do my monologuing, as they say, as we call it. So let's get into what we get into every morning. We got to start our day off right. We got to have some morning affirmations. So, and I guess I'm the affirmation queen. I mean, I am, right? I come with all the affirmations. So I'm going to get into our affirmations today. So I wanted to talk about affirmations for practicing self-worth. The richness of self-worth is far higher than the richness of finances because keeping your heart strong, no matter what, keeping your health together, just taking care of yourself is it's riches. It has this richness to it, more than money could buy, right? So I wanted to talk about practicing your self-worth affirmations and the powerful ways to empower yourself and not rely on people or circumstances to dictate how you feel about yourself. So let's get into it, guys. And I'm just read down the list. These are things to tell yourself in the morning. If you don't know what an affirmation is, these are things you can encourage yourself. Okay? So take some notes, sticky notes, grab a pen, write down 3 of them, memorize them, however you do. I am worthy of giving and receiving love freely. I am at peace with my past and excited for my future. I trust in the timing of my life's journey. I am empowered to make positive changes in my life. I am the author of my own story and I write it with confidence. I am worthy of self care and self love. I choose to focus on my strength and celebrate them. I am deserving of happiness and joy every day. I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Self-confidence, affirmations. I'm at peace with myself. I am a valuable human being. We're talking about value. I appreciate who I am. I believe in myself fully. I embrace challenges fearlessly. I am worthy of success. I trust my own decisions. I am strong and resilient. I radiate control of my thoughts. I am deserving of happiness. I trust my instinct completely. I'm a magnet for good things. I speak with conviction. I'm confident in every step. My future is bright and I deserve to relax. Y'all know I love that last one. Yes, because especially as we draw closer to the weekend, you deserve to relax. You have put on a show or whatever a clinic, okay? Because y'all, it's basketball season, so I might be talking in basketball form sometime. If y'all know your girl, she a basketball fanatic, so got to get to the game after the show. But anyway, put on a clinic all week. You're tired. You deserve to relax. So take that relaxation and don't take it for granted. Enjoy your time off, okay? Take you some time off. Remember, I always talk about mental health days. Take you one. Take you two. Maybe three. Grab you some. Don't spend your whole life giving all you got to these employers, or even if you employ yourself, you deserve a day off. Okay, you deserve a day off. Okay, got that across. So that is your affirmations for this Thursday morning. I hope they help somebody be great today. I hope it helps you get through whatever struggles you're going through. I hope anytime I give you an affirmation, it is something that brings you peace. Okay. So let's get into the weather. The weather is looking good, y'all. It is. I ain't gonna even hold you. We're gonna talk about it. Holly Springs, Mississippi. Sunny with a high near 76. 70s is always good weather. I'm a little jelly. South, let's see, southwest winds about 5 miles, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Mostly clear with a low around 48, calm winds becoming around 5 miles per hour at midnight. So, yeah, it's going to drop down to 48 in the evening. That's a little chilly. Y'all might have to crank the heat on. Right? Now, listen, I'm with the 70s, but when it gets to the 40s, you might have to cut that heat on. Well, we'll see. Y'all let me know. All right, Memphis, you right there with them. You have a high near 76. Southwest winds around I can't say five, y'all. 5 miles per hour, becoming northwest winds in the afternoon. Now, your evening is going to be a little bit more warmer than in Mississippi. Y'all gonna have a low of 51 degrees, which is, yeah, you might can get away with not cutting the heat on. Just kind of, wrap up. It's gonna be a good night. It's good sleeping weather. Put it like that. Good sleeping weather. So you guys have some awesome, amazing weather happening. Kudos to you guys. Let's kick it over to Houston, where I am. So let's see, Houston. Houston, let's see. Well, it's coming down. Mostly sunny with a high near 85. A high near 85. I take it, right? I take it. A high near 85. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that's not bad. In the evening, we're gonna have a low of 69. Pretty doggone good, y'all. It's been so hot here, y'all. We'll take it. I'm gonna take it. To me, that shows we're moving in the right direction. We are trying to get to that level of actual fall weather. We really trying. We pushing to wear our cardigan sweaters. I put one on anyway because I work in it's chilly. So I put my cardigans on anyway. But where we can wear our cardigans and our little cute rider boots or whatever, and still, we want to enjoy the fall. We want to enjoy the fall. So yeah, Houston, good job. It's coming down. It's coming down. So that is your weather. Enjoy, you guys. Get out, take a walk, take a jog, do something nice. Go to the farmer's market. Just do something. Get outside while it's sunny and no rain and in the forecast. Just enjoy a nice sunny day. So let's talk about this news. Y'all know we gotta do it. Y'all know we gotta do it. We gotta talk about the news. So let's see. Let's start with the obvious. Trump is destroying the White House. Yeah. I mean, are y'all surprised? Is it new? Is it new news? I mean, he's tearing he's tearing the right wing of the house down. Yeah, he's demolishing it. It looks really bad, y'all, that he's demolishing it the way he is. He's saying that his entire east wing, I'm sorry, I said right wing, east wing, because I'm thinking right because of them, will be demolished. The demolish is a significant expansion to the ballroom construction project that Donald Trump wanted to put in place for this. He put it in place this summer, the plans for it. It won't interfere with the current building. Yeah, it looks like it's interfering with the structure of the building. I mean, I didn't imagine them to go in and gut the White House out. That's a White House that was built by our ancestors, But I mean, they don't care. They don't care. $250 million project. $250 million project, right? What y'all think about that? 250 million. Think about this. Now, just the other day, he made a claim that the DOJ owes him $230 million. He told us in the summer that he was going to pay for this project. He was going to pay for it out of his own pocket. Do y'all really believe Donald Trump pays for anything he has done? He's a smooth criminal. He ain't even smooth with it, y'all. He's a whole crook. He has been robbing people since the 70s. Since the 70s. Oh, we got a surprise guest. He has been robbing folks since the 70s. He is a crook. He's a crook. So he's not somebody we could consider as honest. So I'm gonna just say this. He wants 230 from the DOJ. The project is 250 million. Y'all do the math. Is why he trying to get money from the taxpayers, because that's pretty much all it's gonna come from. It's the taxpayers. Yeah, we pay for it. Exactly, Queen. We pay for it. We pay for everything. All of this destruction, all of this craziness. I mean, in the meantime, food prices ain't went down. Gas prices is about to go sky high. He just sanctioned Russia. He dropped 2 sanctions on some major oil companies in Russia. I wonder why. I mean, that's his boy, but he a little mad at Putin, aka Putin, that's the president of Russia. Cause Putin ain't stopping. He keeping it going like we knew he would, right? You can't stop no dictator. What? So yeah, still just raging in the White House, causing all kind of problems. I'm gonna leave that there for you all to think about it. 250 million for the project to demolish the White House, and he wants to be compensated $230. And the reason why, y'all, is because he says he's been targeted and falsely accused of although he's been charged in the court of law by his peers, 34 count felony. He's been charged already. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So anyway, in other news, yeah, they blew up another boat. U.S. carries another strike against an alleged drug vessel. This time in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, in the Pacific Ocean this time. We don't know what they were doing, who they were. We'll never know. We'll never know. We'll never know. This seems like the new normal to them. I'm just wondering who gonna put a stop to it. I mean, at this point, they just assassinating people, random targets. Like they literally, I said earlier, playing Battleship. You sunk my battleship. Yeah, that's what they're doing. You sunk my battleship. That's exactly what they're doing. Just see something in the water, boom. Is it safe to be in the water? Yeah, I agree, powerful black woman. I see you. They are going to reap what they sow. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, yeah, that makes, I think, a total at least 35 individuals that have been killed in these strikes. Just think about it. They racking it up. They are definitely racking it up. It is really, really disgusting what we're witnessing. It's really, really sad and disgusting. Woo, yeah. So, I don't know if y'all heard about this. LA TikTok creator streaming ICE raids charged with assault after he was shot. So, an influencer in Los Angeles, in Los Angeles, who live streams the U.S. migration enforcement operation known as ICE, remained hospitalized on Wednesday after he was shot and arrested. Carlitos Ricardo Paris, a TikTok creator with a large following online, tried to ram federal agent vehicles with his vehicle in an attempt to flee other agents surrounding him. Now, you can't do that, sir. You can't ram people's car. But he was shot. He was shot in the elbow during the incident while a ricochet bullet hit a deputy U.S. Marshal in the hand. Wow. People, it's getting really, y'all, it's getting heavy. It's getting heavy. Y'all know that song? It's getting heavy. It is really getting heavy. It is diabolical. It's getting heavy. It is really getting crazy. I suggest people, if you go be out here and I know people are angry and doing stuff, just be cautious of your choices. Because now you didn't call the case, bruh, for real. Like you didn't call it a real case. And these people they do not play fair at all. I know you're angry. I get it. But these people do not play fair at all. So yeah, that's another thing. I'm gonna do one more story, then we're gonna take our first break. And then we'll get the guys up here and we'll have all the rest of the day to talk about some wonderful things with identity. So, did y'all hear about Pastor Marvin Winans? I should have saved the video. Y'all, I would have so y'all could hear it. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I'm going to get that on for the next show. I'm going to do this again. So, because y'all need to hear what I'm going to read. So, Pastor Marvin Winans of Perfecting Church in Detroit, Michigan, is facing a backlash after a viral video showed him correcting a member during a fundraising service for giving less than the requested $2,000 donation. $2,000 donation. I don't know. Y'all tell me, is that the correct number? Is that what you're supposed to do? I mean, y'all let me know in the comments. And is that the appropriate number nowadays? Is that what the bill is going for at church? $2,000? Yeah. So a clip was played that during the giving where, Winans, the Pastor Winans invited members to step forward with the sacrificial seed of 1,000 plus 1,000, because that's how he put it, 1,000 plus 1,000. I need 1,000 plus 1,000. That's 2,000. Y'all do the math. Many of the congregants donated 2,000 or more. People got bank, I guess. But one woman offered $1,235. And the exchange kind of turned a little sour right after she came up with her $1,200. Like, hold up, boop, pause. He interrupted as she spoke. As she explained, this is all I have. He interrupted her and says, that's only $1,200. When she tried to explain she would give the remaining $800 later, he responded, and I quote, that ain't what I asked you to do. Where's Kitty's fan when I need it? Where is Kitty's fan when I need it? Excuse me, Pastor? Yeah. At that moment, which was later edited out the church live stream. Yeah, they edited it out, y'all. It was already caught, though. It was already caught. It spread across social media like it's all over the TikTok. If y'all want to go try to find it, please go look at it. It was very, very demeaning. It was like a complete insult. And I felt really bad for that lady because he totally embarrassed her. And I'm just trying to say, like, who wants to go to church if that's how you want to be treated? I mean, if you ain't got the money and you barely making it and you giving all you got, that would have been the day I flipped over every pew and walked my behind out. Y'all know what I wanted to say. Y'all know what I wanted to say. Did you, powerful Black woman? Because I'm gonna tell you, she said she made a post about it. That was awful. It was very disrespectful, very demeaning. No type of integrity. If there is no way, shape, or form we come or we go into the spiritual house of the Lord to give our worship and our prayers, that we should be under scrutiny because we ain't come with the 1,000 plus 1,000 and then be chastised in front of the congregation. T. Wiz said, I would have gave him 3,000 cuss words. Hello, hallelujah. And I would have prayed about it later. You all are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection. I'm gonna leave y'all on that. Think about what y'all would have did at that moment if y'all was that lady. We're gonna take our very first commercials, and then we will be back right after these messages. Y'all hang tight, okay?
Why advertise with Our Plugs LLC? What do you get? Radio promotion, perfect for online businesses. YouTube promotion, customers can view your commercial. TikTok promo, gain followers and showcase product. Follow us on all platforms, YouTube and TikTok. Our Plugs LLC, www.ourplugs.com.
Welcome to Morningstar Boutique, where the sun is shining and the style is all about you, your beauty, confidence, and individuality. Whether that's your perfect summer dress, a chic jumpsuit, or outfit you didn't know you needed, we've got you. Stop by ourplugs.com and check us out. We'll see you soon.
And I'd like you to do one more thing for me. Hold up two fingers. This is you, and this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity model are the outcomes of that day. The outcome that Prince, the revolution, and George Floyd produced.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Tumblers for every personality. For the men, smoking trays and cutting boards. For the women, flower jewelry and honeybee coasters. Tic-tac-toe and dominoes. Sneakers, sneakers, sneakers. Sparkle Luxe keychains and trinket trays. Head over to ourplugs.com and receive a special coupon code for $7 off $35.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
As veterans, you've earned more than gratitude. You've earned rights and benefits that matter. At My Veterans First, we help you understand your VA compensation pension and the responsibilities that come with them. Whether you served recently or decades ago, you deserve the care and support you've earned. Let us guide you through the process and make sure you're getting every benefit you've worked for, because your service deserves respect and your benefits deserve clarity. This is Ms. D with My Veterans First. Call me at 762-218-2129 for more information.
All right, guys, we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection. I am your host this morning, Ms. Morning Star, on WKRA 92.7, The Change. Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed those commercials. And yeah, so y'all, you know, I'm going to bring my brothers up in just a couple seconds. But yeah, what y'all think about that? Pastor telling you got to bring 1,000 plus 1,000, and then when you fall short, he stopped the sermon. Like, hold on, hold up, you done fell short. I mean, would that make y'all want to flip the table over? I mean, I know I gets a little crazy sometimes. I would have just had to pray about it later, because I would have had to let Pastor know, not today or any day you disrespect me like this in front of my child, in front of this congregation that I'm pretty sure she has served and donated a lot of money to. How disrespectful. Where are we? And the Winans, I ain't gonna say all of them, but we know Cece whining like the Decepticon demons. She like them. She aligns with them. And I'm talking about the Trump administration. She aligns with them. The people currently right now destroying our country. Yeah. Awful. Whew, whew. I'm telling y'all, that rocks me. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my brothers up. Let's get them in the building. We got Reggie and Brother DC. Hey y'all, what's up?
Good
Hey, Miss
morning. Good
Morning.
morning.
How
Hey,
y'all
Miss
doing today?
Morningstar.
I'm trying to fix this front. Hold on. Get us on here. I don't know how Kitty be doing it, but go ahead. We'll be in the little boxes for now. How y'all doing today?
I am
Great,
doing
great, great.
well.
Good, 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 good. Glad to see you guys. Glad to have you guys today. Today we are we continuing right with value identity. With the value,
Right.
what is value? What is value? Let me see if I can fix this for us, y'all. I don't like the way this looks. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Is that a little better?
There we are. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going to continue. What y'all think about that story I just talked about?
That hurt me. Just to hear that, that really hurt me. And I'm nowhere near it. I'm not at all involved. I mean, I know Pastor Winans, but I don't care. You don't do that to anybody in any situation ever at all. I mean, what is this?
What are we doing?
And, to your point, Miss Morningstar, and there's even a scripture in a very famous passage, and people refer to it as the widow's mite, where Jesus was actually taking an offering in the temple, or he talked about this parable, and people came with their grandiose offerings, and this widow came and she gave 2 pennies, and the person receiving the offering said that this woman has given more than all of you, and because she has given all that she has.
Give it all.
Yes.
She's given all that and this woman gave what she had. And to your point, Miss Morningstar, that wasn't the first time she's supported the church, gifted the church. And it's just like the outright audacity, that you would feel, and the level of entitlement that you would feel that it is your place in front of the entire congregation, in front of this woman's little one. I don't know if it was her son or whomever.
What's her son, a child?
How dare you, man? I mean, what?
Disrespectful. Just
I mean, at
disgusting.
the very least, he could have given her the respect to say, thank you for your gift, and off record, off camera, out of sight of everyone. If he felt like he needed to have a conversation with her, pull her to the side, and have that conversation in private, but no, that wasn't cool.
Everything about it rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, first 1,000 plus the
Yeah, I
thousand.
mean, the whole
I mean,
premise was,
what
yeah,
are we doing? I thought you give what you can give. You give from your heart. You give because you're paying tithes to. You're doing it the way you can do it. When it says fundraiser or donation, you're donating what you can. In most cases, people showboating and trying to give the most.
right,
And
right,
really don't have it. I
right,
mean, we got real bills out here.
right.
This economy is not good.
Right. And now we
So
got a government shutdown, and people are on the threshold of not even being able to eat. Like,
exactly.
for real.
For real, it's coming up November 1st, where people are seriously going to be put in a predicament where they might not be able to feed their kids. It's going to be a mess and get
It's
wild,
going to be
especially with this
chaotic.
continuous government shutdown.
And think about and I know I don't even, I know we're not talking about value identity right now,
We
but
gonna get into
we
it.
are, but we are, but we are. It's because we're dealing with a government who doesn't value its people. And think about the desperation, because the desperation always plays out at every level, but it specifically plays out at the street level. So
Yes.
think about what's going to happen. People can't eat. What do you think? What do you think what do you think is going to happen? People are going to start. I
Oops.
mean, and I'm not
I
trying to give
said
anybody
that. Now I'm
ideas, but
just telling the
it's not
truth.
something exactly. It's not something that people are not already thinking about. People are going to start robbing each other at the grocery store.
Or just walking out with food, because people
Or
gonna do
just
what they
walking
got
out.
to feed
Exactly.
kids.
Exactly. I mean, what do we? Yeah, you. I like. Are we? What are we? Are we? Are we gonna pretend like we don't know what's next? I
It's
mean,
wild.
if this is not, and I know we talked about this some time ago about, you know, civil war in America. If this is not an attack on our citizens, on our people, in all of these economically, socially, psychologically, emotionally, physically. I don't know what is. This is crazy right now.
It's disgusting. It really is. What say you, DC? Because that's your stomping grounds, the Detroit.
Oh yeah. Oh
What's
yeah.
what is going on with them? I know we're gonna get into value, but this kind of hit hard. Like
Yeah.
what?
I kind of got
Man,
two lines of thought on it. One, let's just talk about the foundational value of the church. And I've been witness to shame and rituals in church. I have. The church is a building, merely a physical place for people that are of like mind to go fellowship, right?
Right.
The man standing in front of the church, whether it be Pastor Winans, whether it be MOK, that man cannot preach you into heaven. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what that man's words are. He can't preach you into heaven. You have to
right,
pave that way yourself. Okay.
Amen.
right,
That-
Um, so secondly, with her giving what she could give, and that not being, welcomed. Let's just say it. I'm sure he didn't turn it down. He took it. Um, but I say this: the Bible says that you can tithe. You should tithe, but the Bible doesn't say that you need to tithe money. You can tithe your time. You can tithe whatever skill you have that can be a contribution to the movement, right? Let's just call it that. What I would have done if it was me, I probably would have canceled that check. As simple as that.
mm,
Um, that $1,200 or $1,500 investment that she was making in perfecting church. If she took that same $1,500 and invested it in her son or grandson with a simple Roth IRA with a 7% yield, if she could do that every year for 20 years, that young man would have between 120 and $150,000 to his own name to set himself up for generational wealth.
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
like I said, I don't have anything negative to say about him. Um, his respect level here in the city. You got your followers that follow him; they'll follow him off a cliff. And then
Yeah.
some people have seen what has happened, in that family circle, between a younger brother involved in a Ponzi scheme. You mentioned CC, you know, uh, supporting the Trump administration. We've seen it all, so
Yeah.
um, you don't need to look for guidance in someone else. Let's just surmise it as that. The book is there for you to read, right? If you can read, you can read the book. So all the guidance for you to enter the gates of heaven, if that's your goal, are within the binders of that book. And if you live by by those words, you should be fine. You don't need Pastor Winans to get
That's
you there.
right. And
So
that's kind of where I want us to jump into the valuing yourself, because, and I'm gonna give it to you, Reggie, after I say this, because you have to devalue yourself. This is my opinion, to allow yourself to fall into those sort of situations where you see people struggling, right? And I'm talking about the people who give their last instead of doing what you were just saying, DC, investing in their future, investing in their children, grandchildren's future. They give their last to a man, human, just as human as you. He's not God. He's a pastor with many flaws, many mistakes. He's human. He bleeds just like the rest of us. His sins are not greater than your sins. He doesn't get a golden ticket into heaven while you might get a bronze. It's nothing different. He preaches the word. That's it. That's it. We can learn to preach the word. Hell, we all can be the preachers of the word.
We've been preaching on this broadcast ever since we came on.
We sure do. And my thing is, you cannot put your all into a human, a man, a human entity, and think that, yeah, I can't pay my light bill, I can't pay my car note, I can't pay my house note because I got to get past to this money. That's sick. And that's a form of not valuing yourself, valuing who you are.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna pass it to you, Reggie, because you can go deeper into it.
No, you're absolutely right, Miss Morningstar. And again, our societal model programs us, teaches us, indoctrinates us to chase validation within our social constructs, whether it be society as a whole. Okay, I've got to have this amount of money. I've got to have this house. I've got to have this make, model, and car to be, I've got to acquire this much so that people can view me and validate me as being valuable and and respected. But again, it's not based on the premise of who you are as a human being. It's based on what you've been able to buy, what you've been able to achieve, what you've been able to attain, and what and modifying yourself, or forming yourself in the image of what society says, what your group says, what your church says, whomever your social group or whatever, reconfiguring yourself in their own image, or in the image that they are insisting that you modify yourself to be, so that you can acquire their approval again, or their validation, because validation is value. And so, to your point, Miss Morningstar, anytime you are seeking validation exterior to you, if your validation is not coming from a complete awareness of who you are, and if you're looking for that validation to come from me, if you're looking for that validation to come from Miss Morningstar or Brother Daryl or any other entity or person or group outside of yourself, then you're operating in a space where you are placing yourself at risk. Because look at what happened. We have a loyal member of this church who did all that she could, and it wasn't enough. And she was literally embarrassed. She was literally abused. She was bullied. She was chastised. Yeah. And Brother Daryl, to your point, you said, you made the comment, I'm not going to say anything bad about him. Brother Daryl, you don't have to say anything bad about him. He said it all about himself.
Absolutely.
He said everything. He said everything about himself none of us have to say any more than what he's already said about who he is at this moment in time. Hopefully he learns from this, but yeah, that's a no for me. That's a no for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've witnessed, in my past, shaming rituals conducted in church, which again devalue people. I mean, I watched my father and his brother were both deacons in the church, and God rest both of them, because I think they would have lost it, because they were both past at this time, but a deacon brought his daughter up to the front of the church to announce that she was pregnant out of wedlock, and that he
Mm,
didn't approve of that, and he wanted her to publicly apologize to the church for her behavior.
mm,
And I'm
mm.
like, wow, that's pretty deep. That's an everlasting scar of
Bishop
a
wrong.
father-daughter relationship, that you would make me go to the front of the congregation and explain myself to strangers. I mean, granted, it's your church
Exactly.
family, but they don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Exactly.
The second one I witnessed was like a Christmas ceremony, and the pastor called up all the highest, like the top 10 highest tithers for the year, and allowed them to come to the front of the church to be acknowledged. And I'm thinking, well, what about the people that are not equipped to give? I
Right.
mean,
Right.
how do they feel that
Exactly.
that I can't have the acknowledgement of giving what I could give, but you place these people on a platform,
Right.
and then that becomes a competition. You literally
Exactly.
have started a competition, because
Exactly.
next year I want to be up front. I want to
Exactly.
be center
Yeah.
stage.
There it
You
is.
know,
And I really, and I don't want it to seem as if we are making, bashing the church or not. That's not what this is.
No,
This
this
is
has nothing
calling.
to do
This
with
is
that.
calling out when you're wrong. You're wrong. Making a mockery of people, falling into the trap of greed and selfishness and all the things that they teach you not to be. It makes you look exactly as what's happening in our current situation in the United States. You
Look
know,
at where we
absolutely.
are. Look
yeah,
at where we are right now. Look at where we are right now in this country right now. People
Hmm.
are literally on the verge of not being able to feed their families. And this is what we're doing.
Right.
This is
my
this is
my
what
point.
we're doing. And people are witnessing this because now we're in the age of technology and social media and camera phones and stuff. And now for the whole world to see this is the representation at this moment in our country under this administration, when your position, when your purpose is to be an example of, and this is what we're doing.
And
No, no, no,
yeah,
no,
it,
no,
it
no.
it was awful. It was an awful look, and I mean, it just makes me think. When we think about how you speak about the mode of value identity, how we have so much work to do in this country because like from the inside to the out, like it has to start within because there are too many stories like that, too many hidden stories that we don't even get to hear about. This was publicized because this is a big the Winans. That's a big name.
Now
Right.
let's just talk about, to your point, Miss Morningstar. Let's just talk about the fallout, not just for the woman in the story, but let's
Mhm.
talk about the fallout for the young man that was standing next to her. Think about the kids at his school who saw this video.
Yep.
Think about the potential. First of all, think about the impact and the scarring that that moment had on him. Okay. And now let's think about the the additional fallout for the children and his classmates and his neighborhood friends who may have saw the video and what their opinions and how they're going to, you know, interact with him based on. I mean, just think about
It
that.
just
Yeah,
caused
you're
the
right.
ricochet effect. Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
it's trauma, and
Yes.
he'll grow
Yes.
up and they think, oh, this is a little thing. He won't remember. He will absolutely remember
Are you
that.
kidding me?
Right.
He will absolutely remember that. And see, that's what turns people the other way. Because if I can't come here,
If I can't be safe
someplace
here,
I
where
can't
can
feel
I be
safe,
safe?
I can't feel
Exactly.
trusted, then I'm not dealing with it. And that's a
Exactly.
lot of mindset of a lot of people. You turn away from it. And that's supposed to be your safe haven.
Yeah, I think we should value, and it's just one thing I've employed in my life is I value organic relationships versus transactional relationships. And,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
and and the reason why I say that is, I'll meet someone organically. They don't know me, I don't know them. I don't feel the need to tell them what I do for a living or what I've done in my past.
Mm-hmm.
Let's organically bond on something that we share in common, okay? And then the relationship, the friendship may blossom from that point. But when you put your stuff on Front Street,
Mm-hmm.
and people know maybe your financial situation, let's just say you have the ability to impact people economically, then the
Mm-hmm.
relationship has a potential to become transactional because they're looking for a way to capitalize off the friendship you
Right.
know so I've just always been very reserved about things like that, and I've found that the best relationships that I've ever had were organically started. They just came off of something, meeting somebody at the car wash, we get to talking, we
Yeah.
really clicking, and
That.
boom, hey, here's my number, give me a call, here's my
Right.
email, you know
Right.
and boom, those are the people that end up being more long term acquaintances, associates, friends, versus something that happened on a transactional,
That's
uh,
facts.
you know, uh,
Mhm.
something like that. So,
I agree with that 1,000%, guys. We're gonna jump into our second commercial, guys, and we'll come right back to a
All
conversation.
right.
It's really good, and we'll keep talking because I hear the value. We keep including value because it does center
Right.
around. It really
It's
does.
all, everything centers around it, actually.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you all are listening to R Plus, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7. The Change. We'll be back in just a few moments. Okay.
As veterans, you've earned more than gratitude. You've earned rights and benefits that matter. At My Veterans First, we help you understand.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe fashion is more than clothing. It's a statement of self-love, confidence, and authenticity. From our signature beautiful hoodies to our versatile everyday wear, every piece is designed to inspire you to embrace who you truly are. Whether you're at home or on the go, making moves in the world, Lovership Apparel lets you show up boldly and comfortably. Shop the collection today at www.lovershipapparel.com or find us on ourplugs.com. Lovership Apparel, where love meets style.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingAndTrainingServices.com.
Hi, I'm Tori G., owner and founder of Say Something Tees, a statement t-shirt company. I got into this business by mistake, but the mission was no accident. As a Black female-owned brand, we do more than just sell shirts. We make statements. Our designs spark conversation, sometimes shady, sometimes in your face, but always bold. From the 92% collection, honoring Black women who always show up, to Dear Black Woman, a love letter to our strength and resilience. Our tees empower, uplift, and keep it real. Because at Say Something Tees, we believe your shirt should speak before you do. Shop Black owned, shop with a purpose. Find us at www.saysomething.biz and let's say something together.
Opa May Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skin care in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opal May Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.
All right, welcome back, guys. You're listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection. We are back, WKRA 92.7 The Change, and we are getting back into what is value. You know, it's funny, we got kind of intrigued and pulled into this conversation that is really good, it's needed, actually, because of an article I came across. An article that is viral now, you know, and we tied it into the value. What is value? And you know, we trying to dig a little deeper into it. I'm gonna go ahead and hand the floor over to Reggie so he can get into a little bit more of the deepness of our value. Go ahead, Reggie.
Sure. Again, this is the Value Identity Corner, and today we're talking about what is value. And you know what we were just covering in the previous part of the show is all related, because the value identity was essentially created to ensure safety. That is the only objective, the entire objective. Safety in your relationship with yourself, and out of that safety, in the way that you experience you, then when you show up in society, then you basically you become an ecosystem of safety, and you basically pour that safety and become safety for all of those who engage with you and all of those that you engage with. And so again, the other objective towards accomplishing safety is that value identity pulls us away from risk, from pain, from competition and conflict, while pulling us into safety, healing, connection, and collaboration. Again, first of all, with yourself, and then with those that are around you. And so, again, we kind of hear this, growing up, and we hear this in school. But if you really think about it, safety is first. I mean, you wouldn't even drink a glass of water if you didn't think that it was safe to drink. You wouldn't even start your car if you didn't think that it was safe to do so. So the way that we navigate through life and through the world is really about, what is safe for us to do. And so I think that especially now, especially in this moment, that it is imperative that we begin to create safe spaces internally, so that we can, as a result, create those safe spaces, or have those safe spaces that exist for all of us externally. And unfortunately, when you are dealing with a societal model that is based on, products being more important than people, or material things being more important than people, then you get the dynamic, you get the result of people being placed at risk, just like the woman who was placed at risk in this story that we talked about. People who are now experiencing pain, just like the woman in the story that we just finished talking about. To Brother Daryl's point, now you've got an environment where people are competitive.
Yes.
So you've got competition, and because you've got competition, you've got conflict.
Right.
So again, and when you reduce that down to its common denominator, it's essentially pain. And then it becomes a question of, what do you do with that pain? To answer the question, what is value? Value is essentially benefit. Very, very simple. Value is the benefit that we receive from a person, place, or thing. Or benefit, the rate of exchange, is the value that person, place, or thing pours into your lived experience.
Right.
And if you think about it, the component of benefit as human beings, that drives every decision that you make. Think about any decision that you've ever made in your life that was not in some way, shape, or form connected to the idea of, will this benefit me?
Mm-hmm. What
Yeah,
say
I mean,
you, Steve?
I love hearing Reggie talk because
I know.
it just
Making me get
it
into
takes
it.
me all the way back. I mean, literally, it's not even what's happened to me in the last 10, 15 years. It's what happened to me at the beginning. When I look at the seeds that were planted in me to value myself, my mom was the loving, nurturing mother. My dad was the hardworking disciplinarian, and mom was, of course, the biggest cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand my dad's role until I became an adult, when he could rejoice in the fact that I made it. I didn't end up in jail. I didn't end up dead. I didn't end up addicted to any type of substance. And then we could have those adult male to male conversations. And he
Mm-hmm.
would let me know that all of that that I poured into you was for a reason. You know, it's a seed that's planted into you. It's like the old cartoons, the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other shoulder. And when you make those decisions, when you have that value seed planted into you, you
Mm-hmm.
automatically think about your family.
Mm-hmm.
How is this going to impact my mom? How is this going to impact my father? How are they going to view me? You know, and I think that's when you have that awareness of your own value, that you're not going to allow yourself to get compromised because that seed has been laid. It's deep. It's deep.
DC, that seed sticks with you too, even through your adulthood. I mean,
Absolutely.
I am a full grown adult, and I still worry about what my parents may think of me on how I speak.
Right.
I still watch what I say around my parents, or how I worry if they're gonna think that I'm doing something that is out of character than what they raised me to be. That's because
Exactly.
they instilled that value in me as a
That's right.
child.
That's
And
right.
I know this ain't such a good look for me. If I'm doing something that my mother and father will look at me and be like, "Are you serious?" Now, they may not say nothing because I'm an adult, but it's still the fact that I have those worries because of what I've been taught. And a
Right.
lot of people are lacking that these days, in
Hmm.
my opinion. I mean, the things that are taking place, you think about it, where's the morale, where's your morals, where's your
Right.
value? How could you be so mean? How could you be so evil? How could you be so vindictive? Our president, like, how do you think of these things to do? How are you just blowing up random ships in the ocean, or boats, speedboats in the ocean? Not ships, speedboats in the ocean. How are you doing these things?
Yeah, Reggie hit the nail on the head. Our societal model is broken.
It
It's
is.
And
broken.
and also, you guys, again, the fruit can only be the mirror image of brother Derek. We talked about this. The fruit can only be a mirror image of the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Every single time I talk about origin to outcome, whatever you start with, whatever seed that is that you plant, whatever you begin with, is what you end up with.
Right.
It's not going to be something different. So the point is that if you start with value absence, you're going to end up with value absence. You see
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So we have a
Absolutely.
societal model that is absent of value,
Mm-hmm.
because it is not based on the individual. It is based on valuing everything that is external: houses, cars, influence, 1,000 plus 1,000.
Mhm.
Okay. you know, um, you name it. How you look. What is your body type? Do
Mm-hmm.
you fit this image? Do you fit this criteria? Everything outside of you. So anytime you begin with a seed, that is what you are going to end up with as as the outcome.
Right.
And I often use this example. I say, if your objective is to go to Disneyland, right? And you start at Disneyland, then how far do you have to go?
Yeah.
You're already
You're already
there.
there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if we start with value and our objective is to experience value, there's really not a distance to travel because you've already started with the correct origin to produce the correct outcome.
Right.
And so the last thing that I just like to interject, and I'll let you guys take it from there, is that, listen, we exist as a benefit. Your body is so beautiful because nature has already given us the template. Your body is a society. What is a society? Just like your body, it's a bunch of different individuals existing in the same place together. Isn't that a society?
It is, yeah.
Okay. And in the society of your body, in the society of your design, there's only one of every member. But within that structure, nobody cares that anybody is different from the other because they all understand that the heart exists to benefit me. The lungs exist to benefit me. The kidneys exist to benefit me. And I exist to benefit everyone else. So when we talk about what is value, value is benefit, and each one of us, your unique design, who you are, what you bring to me, what you bring to us, what you bring to the world. You exist as a benefit to the rest of us, to the body of humanity. And there is no one else in the world for all of time that we can receive that benefit from except you. You're the only one. There's no duplicates. There's no back orders. There's no, there's only one. And so when we began to look and to understand each other, when we began to look at each other and to view each other through the lens of benefit, you exist to benefit me. And I also exist to benefit you. I don't care that you're different from me. And you shouldn't care that I'm different from you. Because what I bring to you and what you bring to me, we can only find in each other. And so when you begin to look at each other through the lens of benefit, then you become curious about each other. You become attracted to each other. You begin, and through that curiosity and attraction, you begin to connect. And through that connection, you begin to form collaboration. You begin to work with each other to discover who are you, who am I, to unearth, to uncover, to discover what the benefit is. That's what the heart does to the lungs. The heart says, lungs, what you got? The lung says, I got some air. Heart, what you got? The heart says, I got some blood. All right, you give me some blood. I'll give you some air. And we can both survive.
Yeah.
That is how society, nature has already given us the model. All we've got to do now is take what is working here and applying it to our external spaces.
Right.
And that's the struggle. And it's crazy how you break it down. It's so easy to follow. It is really easy to follow, but it's just getting people there to understand how we are a society. We operate, we function off of each other. We feed off of the knowledge, the information, whatever it may be, the food. We need the food of the earth to survive. We need the water, and this whole situation that's getting ready to happen in less than a month, a few weeks. Not even a few weeks, a week or so.
We're really going to need each other now.
We're going to really need each other.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the crazy part.
And to hear people talking about abandon a band, forget that. We need some cans, not a band. We need some cans.
I mean,
and food.
We wish, and I pray that, that people will gain the mental clarity, to just take a look, just a pause.
Yeah.
It says, who stands to gain by the chaos. You know,
Exactly.
who stands to gain
Exactly.
by the chaos? You know, a person on the other side of my political views can be damaged just as much as me by the
Absolutely.
chaos. You're not going to benefit anything by
We are.
watching the country collapse. You know, so like you said, Reggie, the equal exchange only builds stronger, more healthy society. You know, I don't think you're taking anything from me. I don't look at you as taking something away from me. But the mindset has been placed in certain individuals that if I succeed means that you have failed, and that's not true. You know, so
But
it's only one
mhm.
segment of society that benefits from racism, sexism, homophobia, you know, just the minimalization of people in certain segments of society. Because you don't adopt my ideology, you're an enemy.
Right.
Oh, it's only one group of people that benefit from that, and that's
Exactly.
the elitists. That's the elitists.
Exactly.
They already have everything. So as long as they can cause so chaos in the people, the minions of society, as they view us all, then we stay dazed and confused,
Mm-hmm.
and can't appreciate the message that you're putting out. That we're
Mhm.
stronger together than we are divided.
I mean, again, if you
Powerful
just
words.
turn around and look at yourself, if you look at your own body, it is a system of everyone is a system of differences, but they recognize the value. There's nothing in nature that is alike. Look at nature. There are no two trees, no two leaves, no two snowflakes, no two raindrops, no two nothing that is alike. Our differences are not liability. Our differences are assets. That's how we're made. That's how we're designed. It's supposed to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but again, to your point, Brother Daryl, it's our societal model that, indoctrinates us and teaches us that, our differences, we should fear, we should be afraid of one another. We should, our differences are, they're bad.
Insurmountable.
They're
Yeah, they're
liabilities.
insurmountable. Yeah.
They're liabilities.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When all you've got to do is look, here's the model right here. Here's the truth right here. This is a society right here. And look at what this society, look at what this model produces. It produces life and the ability to sustain it. Is there a better one? Is there a better one? This works.
It
This
does.
works.
Let me ask
Can't
you
be
this.
improved on it. Go ahead.
How do you think that, and I think I've asked this before, like to get people to understand this model, to get on board with this model, to and I know that you said it starts with the seed, which is young. And in my mind, in my vision, I think you want to start with the young people, you want to build them up. But in some cases, we have adults now that have no value at all,
Right.
don't understand this mode of value. How do you think we can bring this more to the table with the older folks? I know
Everything, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
Everything happens through repetition. Everything happens through repetition. This is the oldest marketing ploy in media, in radio. Repetition, and for those of you who would like to write this down, repetition creates familiarity. Okay? Think about the song that you heard the first time and you didn't like it, but you kept hearing it and you became familiar with it.
Right.
So repetition creates familiarity. Familiarity creates connection. Think about that boy who was asking you out on a date. He just kept showing up and he just kept asking. He just kept showing up. You're just like, okay, now, okay, okay, the repetition. Now I know who you are. Now I'm familiar with who you are. And I think you're kind of cute in a way. So so the repetition created the familiarity. The familiarity created the connection, and then the connection creates consumption, and consumption creates reconsumption. We have to keep repeating the message in various ways. That's the only way that we're going to reprogram the way people think, and to introduce them to another option. Because right now, socially, societally, people are operating out of this value absent model because they think that's the only option that there is. They're not aware that there's another option. They're not aware that there's another story that exists about who they are, a much better story, a much better option. So I'd just like to say to the listening audience, if would like to bring value identity to your community, to your city, I travel all over the country, all over the world to do immersive events and, to basically teach this model so that, again, we can begin to exercise a different choice, a better choice, so that we can begin to heal and become safe spaces for ourselves. And then as a consequence of that, without even trying, you automatically become a safe space for all of those that you interact with, and for all of those who interact with you.
Now, Reggie, I got a just a quick question.
Sure.
That tactic has already been used in a negative form.
Of course.
Okay, it's already, we've watched it. The whole development of the MAGA movement, I think, used the exact same tactic that you use, the repetition of just hearing it over and over and over again. And it creates a consumption, just like you stated. What do you think is going to take to break that? And I'm a firm believer, and I've said this multiple times, it's going to take pain before progress. I literally think that some of the people that support what's going on are going to have to literally dang near lose it all before they realize that they've hooked their wagon to a bad horse. What's your thoughts on that?
I absolutely agree with you, Brother Daryl. I mean, it's kind of like the addict, right? And you can encourage them, you can support them, but until they have that moment of where they hit bottom,
Rock
right?
bottom.
And what is that rock bottom? It's usually some degree of pain. But it's also where they become open to a different option,
Right.
to a different program, to hear a different narrative, to hear a different voice, to hear a different story. And that is my point. It's like, so people have to be tired of this model enough to say, hey, is there another option? Hey, hang on a second. This guy is talking about this value identity thing. He's talking about that there's another option. You know what? Let me just hear him out, because I'm sick. This is clearly not working.
Right.
I'm sick of this. So to your point, Brother Daryl, there is the pain point, because the pain point, it repositions you. It causes you, it forces us to redirect. So absolutely, I agree.
I'm a firm believer, as what DC said, you got to feel it. Some people don't learn, your parents used to tell you a hard head, soft behind. Some people got to really feel the pain before that light bulb or that dopamine or whatever kicks in, as Nikki speaks about when she's for mental health. Like, something kicks in that says, okay, I need something different. This is not working.
And at some point, you're going to get tired of hurting.
Yes, it has to be. And to be honest, you're starting to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to see it. You float around social media sites and you listen, you read different articles. You're starting to see some people kind of pulling themselves out of it, because the way this country is heading right now, with the shutdown, with now the people losing their food privileges, the beef, him going to other countries and doing business with them while the farmers are suffering and about to lose it all.
And it's not safe. We don't know our beef farmers are warning us that of the risk
Yes.
of us accepting beef from these other, because we don't know what's in that beef. We're not able to. And now what is our CDC?
We don't have
Our
one.
Center for
I'm
Disease.
gonna say it.
Exactly.
We don't
So
have
we
one.
have no protections.
Grow your food, guys. Please start to grow your food. Start doing vegetarian diets, whatever you got to do, or to wean yourself off of certain meats. Like, because again, you're 100% right, Reggie. We don't know. We don't know where this is coming from. What they're putting in their products, and we don't have a CDC anymore. Nobody to do checks and balances
OSHA.
for what we're eating.
OSHA has been there. A lot of their
Everything's
offices
been
for work
dismantled.
safety. Everything's being dismantled.
Everything. It's sad times, y'all. It's sad times. Y'all, we are getting close to, we actually are at the end of the show. I want to thank you both, gentlemen. Anytime we come into this forum, it goes too quick because it's deep. We got a lot to talk about because it's just so much, and it's overwhelming, and it's never enough time. But we always got next week, and we can keep on and have something new, bring something new into life, because it's definitely gonna be another story or something else we could talk about that's happening. But like you said, Reggie, repetition. We got to keep repeating this. We got to keep repeating this and repeat it because we know that is where people start to, well, what are they talking about every week? Why are they talking about this? And really start to listen.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the floor for about 20 seconds, and y'all say your last words, and we're going to get up out of here. Go ahead, Reggie.
You are the only benefit of your kind that exists in the entire world. That is why you exist, and that is why we need you, and that is why you are valuable. You are valuable.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Brother DC.
Yeah, I mean, nothing feels better, good in the heart when you positively touch someone and affect their life. So be in the business of exuding positivity, projecting positivity, and promoting positivity.
That's right. And as you guys know, as I started off my affirmations, you deserve to be happy. Embrace your happiness. Be bold when you step out in this world. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure that you do something that makes you feel good and know your value at the same time. We'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for Friday. Thank you, WKRA 92.7 The Change. Thank you, Memphis. And thank you, Mississippi, Holly Springs. We are headed out. Thank you, TikTok. And to all the people who came through on YouTube, we appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a great day. Star.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.
See y'all.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty
and Miss Morning.